लास्ट डे जो भी पढ़ाई हुआ उसमें किसी को कोई दिक्कत हो तो पूछ सकते हो अभी शुरू के 1-2 मिनट. Then we will start from today's class. 1 or 2 days more this chapter will take. Then we will revise the chapters that has been allotted to us according to the syllabus. So we will again move to the chapter electricity. Okay. So now I think I should start today's class. Once again, good morning to all. Last day, good morning to all. Last day we were discussing the sources of energy, in which we had discussed the energies from sea, just sea or ocean, in which we had seen the concept how the wave is used to produce electricity. So that comes under the wave energy. After that, we have seen one of the natural phenomena occurring in the form of the tides. So that tides, that is the high rise and fall of the seawater due to the gravitational pull of the moon. So we had used how the narrow dams have been constructed near the seashores, and narrow means simply pressure is very high, where many turbines were set up. When the pressure of the tides strike with the wheels connected to the turbine that rotate the generator to produce electricity. After that, we were discussing OTE. Just say ocean thermal energy. Once again, it is thermal, simply heat, or ocean. We all know sea or ocean. So OTE, somewhere you have here this name OTEC, means ocean thermal energy conversion plants. OTEC plants means the place where such type of arrangement have been done to harness ocean thermal energy, that is known as ocean thermal energy conversion power plant. Okay, so OTEC, this is the full form. So what is the concept? How the heat present inside the earth, sorry, not earth, ocean. This time we have to see that, sir, how heat is present in the ocean. So just see, think, and just imagine that is it possible or not. If possible, then how much successful it is. What is the efficiency? Just say, this is the ocean. This is the ocean or sea. Very deep, it is very deeper. So this is the deeper most layer. Many layer it has been divided, and you know the sun rays falling on, striking on the water, it is also transparent. So light ray is reaching also at this point, this point, this point, and up to the maximum distance it is reaching. So what happens, the uppermost layer, just see, the uppermost layer, and here the deeper layer. Here, just see what will be the temperature of this place, T1, and here of course the temperature will be different, T2. So can we say that these temperatures are equal or unequal? Suppose we are considering the uppermost layer and this is one of the deeper layer. So between this we are considering, at this place temperature is T1 and here temperature is T2. T1 is greater or T2 is greater? Tell me. Yes. Say something. I am not going to watch in chat box. If you can say, you unmute yourself and say. So just see these two layers having difference in their temperature. Of course, T1 is greater than T2. Sunlight falling at the uppermost surface. So light ray is reaching here in maximum amount. Later it is decreasing. So T1 minus T2. This is the temperature difference. Just see. This is the temperature difference between these two layers, uppermost layer and upper layers. So in lower classes or in class 7, in class also 8 or 9, you have studied that due to the temperature difference, the heat flows. If heat is transferring from one body to another, it means that is due to the temperature difference. If temperature difference will be less, transfer rate will be slow. Difference is more, rate of transfer is very, very high. So this temperature difference creates or compels the heat to flow. Due to this temperature difference, heat flows. Now, where it will flow and how it can be created, sir, there are many limitations there. Conditions are within the layer of 1 kilometer to 2 kilometer. If the temperature difference, this temperature difference, T1 minus T2, which is what? Temperature difference, if it will be greater than or equal to 20 degrees C within the range of 1 kilometer to 2 kilometer, or you can say up to 1 kilometer, then only this heat can be transferred. This is certain condition. After that, it may be that it is not effective. It is not, its efficiency is very, very low. So what is done? This temperature difference causes the heat to flow, and when the heat flows, this heat is used to boil ammonia. In some books, also CFC has been written. This heat, that is the heat of the ocean, is used to boil ammonia. We can say, sir, why ammonia? Why not water? That this heat is not very, very high. It is very less. And the boiling point of water is 100 degrees. So water will boil when the temperature will be about 100 degrees. So this is not under our control. That's why here the ammonia is used. So when this heat will used to boil ammonia, this ammonia will convert in the form of steam or vapor. Just see. Is it visible now? Just see. So what is happening here? Just see. This steam is used further to rotate the turbine, or you can say rotate the wheel, rotate the blades of turbine of the generator, and when generator will rotate, electricity will be produced. Once again, just see, the temperature of uppermost layer and deepest or deeper layer is a different. This temperature difference causes the heat to flow, and this heat is used further to boil the ammonia, which gets converted in the form of vapor or steam, which is used to rotate the blades of the turbine connected to G generator. So in each and every case we have seen, with the help of running water, with the help of moving water, with the help of steam in the case of thermal energy, our target is to rotate the blades of turbine. With the help of wind it is moving, in that case also energy is produced, that is known as wind energy. With the help of steam produced by coal, thermal energy. So here it is being rotated with the help of what? We are just rotating with the help of heat present in ocean. That's why this is simply known as ocean thermal energy. And the place where it is harnessed is are known as ocean thermal energy conversion plants or conversion power plants. This is each and every information regarding this. These are the limitations. This should be the condition for the production of the OTEC. So just see, the temperature difference must be about or greater than 20 degrees C within the range, this range between the uppermost deepest surface, about the distance of 1000 meter or 1 kilometer or 1 kilometer to 2 kilometer, or in your book only it is 1 kilometer, that is about 1000 meter. Within this range, if temperature difference is greater than or equal to 20 degrees C, then this can be effectively used. Otherwise, we can't use, like in the case of windmills. We had seen in the case of windmill, the speed should be minimum 15 km per hour. So this is everything regarding the OTEC. So now, if we talk about the potential or capacity of our country, India, just see, capacity or potential of India. It is about 50,000 megawatt. Just see, this is the capacity or efficiency. If we utilize, we can get. And as far as the power plants, OTC power plants have been concerned, then it has been proposed in Tamil Nadu. Just see, Tamil Nadu, about 100 megawatt. It has been proposed. Okay, so nowadays it is providing or not, I don't know, but it has been proposed at Tamil Nadu. This is first OTEC in our country, India. Where it has been proposed? In Tamil Nadu. And many more. Just see, ocean thermal. Maharashtra, Kutch, Kutch of Run, or simply Bhavnagar, Gujarat. Coastal regions, Maharashtra, some of the part of southernmost part, that is Tamil Nadu, Kerala, they have been simply just observed as the production unit or as the place or the plants where such type of arrangement can be done for the production of such huge amount of the energy. So this is each and every information regarding OTEC. If any problem, you can ask, otherwise we have to move forward. So once again, solar, wind, hydro, thermal, geothermal, wave, OTC, and after that tidal. So many we have finished. Some more biomass, biogas power plant, and at last we will discuss nuclear power plants, nuclear energy. That will be discussed at last. And before that, and fossil fuels already we have discussed, CNG, LPG. So we have already finished. Now we will discuss some other sources of the energy, and then we will move forward with our syllabus. That has been simply we have to revise only. Now already we have finished, all practicals have been like approx done. At last we were discussing regarding the prism. If required, I will show you. Okay, so now come to the point. Biomass and biogas. बायोमास और बायोगैस, पहले ये जान ले फिर बायोगैस पे आ जाएंगे। तो बायोगैस पावर प्लांट हम लोग सुने हैं नाम, जानते हैं। कैन एनीवन डिफाइन द टर्म बायोमास? एनीवन? यस, if you can define, unmute yourself and simply define the term biomass. Can anyone define? Okay, means what may be its constituents? बोर्ड क्लियर आ रहा है जी? नो। अब आ रहा है? हाँ, चलो, जवाब सही जवाब था बायोमास का, कि बायोमास सिंपली मटेरियल्स, अब कौन से मटेरियल्स हैं, स्पेशली जो नेचर ऑफ मटेरियल्स है वो हम बात करते हैं तो वो लिविंग का ही पार्ट है, उसमें भी ऑर्गेनिक सब यूज हुआ। तो स्पेशली प्लांट्स पार्ट, जैसे याद करो कि वी हैड डिस्कस simply preparation, or you can say formation of the coal or the fossil fuels, in which we had seen dead and decaying part of animal and plant. Once again, the living organism was there. So this time we are trying to produce, so we will not use the animals now. So we are especially using the plants part, and this is simply parts belong to the plants. Any type, whether it is in decomposed form, it is in damaged, distracted, any form. So actually what happens, we have heard, we have seen in villages, if you have gone, that one of the word that is used in biology I will discuss. So sometimes what happens, then we have seen that in some field the people throw simply the garbages or vegetable peels or the materials or waste material from kitchen and some straws, where? To the field. To the field means in that particular field it has been thrown throughout the year and it has been left there. After some time what happens, the fertility of the soil, the fertility of soil increases. So what happens there, actually what has happened, and why the field have been left for throughout the year vacant? Can anyone tell me about this? Is there any particular name, a specific name, a reason behind that? Okay, it is generally the topic of the biology, in which we have seen through the irrigation that what happens when we utilize a particular area throughout the year for the production of the crop. This decreases the fertility of soil. So the nutrients present in the soil is taken every year, so that simply decreases the crop production. So one word, that is the crop rotation. Crop rotation, you have gone through that. We use that particular method so that the different plants are prepared in the same field by changing, interchanging. That increases, and sometimes to maintain the fertility of soil it is left. And when we throw these materials, vegetable peels, straws, leaves, and sometimes in the form of excreta of the animals like cow dung, etc., that are materials or in the form of organic material get mixed with the soil, decomposes there, and that is simply the natural manure for that particular field, which increases the fertility or simply the crop production. So this is simply the parts of mainly the plants in any form. So what happens, this includes, this contains some of the energy in it, as we had discussed earlier, that when we eat any part of the plant like leaves, fruits, vegetable, anything. That part provide us energy. That's why we eat that. So that part contains some of the energy in it. And if it is utilized, the energy conversion takes place, due to which the gas is released, and further gas has been identified, and then it has been used as an ideal fuel. So this biogas is used as an ideal fuel. Can anyone tell me any other popular name of this biogas? Anyone? Any other popular name of this biogas? Anyone? Methane? Any more? Any more response? हाँ जी, दूसरे बच्चे भी बोलो. Any more? Okay. Uh, Methane. You have told. Just see, this is the constituent part of that. Biogas is not a single gas. It is the mixture of some gases in which about 75% methane gas is there. About 75. That's why, and it is one of the best fuel, one of an ideal fuel. So methane is its main constituent, but as far as the popular name of biogas is concerned, then we have here the name, and I have also seen in town, but it is mainly found in villages. Gobar gas plant. Biogas plant means gobar gas plant. तो गोबर शब्द जो है that is directly related to the products. So biogas plant is simply gobar gas plant. Gobar gas plant. Its main constituent, just see gobar. That is once again the waste material. That is the product of the, of course, vegetables, or simply the all parts of plants, grasses in the form of vegetables, you can say. So once again, this is here being converted in the form of excreta or waste material, and further this provide us this biogas. Yes, yes. Cow dung. Cow dung is the gobar. Gobar is means cow dung. काउ डंग, गोबर जनरली हम लोग बोलते हैं काउ डंग केक. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि गाय का गोबर से ही, जो गोइठा देखे होगे, काउ डंग केक नाम है पॉपुलरली. गाय का गोबर से बनता है, तो क्या और भी एनिमल्स है जो दूध देने वाले, भैंस भी है, उससे भी बनता है, लेकिन हम लोग एक नाम स्पेशली दिए हैं काउ डंग केक. दैट इज द काउ डंग, दैट इज द गोबर. तो मेन रॉ मटेरियल यही हो गया बायोगैस प्लांट का. We will see its construction, its working, how it get converted this material in the form of biogas, which is an ideal fuel. It means this contains 75% of it. Under what condition? This gobar is not directly containing 75% of methane, but how it will be converted in the form of biogas so that it will contain 75% of methane, which can be used as an ideal fuel. So we have to see that conversion through the construction. In NCRT book, its construction have been given, how biogas plant are set up. You have also seen in Gaya. I have seen somewhere else, because in town also these sources are present. Earlier we had seen that gobar is present mainly in villages, but nowadays we are requiring the milk. In every house milk is required. For that we need to have kettles. So in town also this is present in large amount. So this is used in biogas plant. Just we are trying to see the construction, how it is done. Just I am going to provide you a simple figure. Just see, I am not going to draw the same figure which have been given in NCERT, but just I am trying. Biogas, biogas plant. Actually, this is earth. This is earth. So what is done in earth? This like the whale tank like a structure is created. Just see, this is earth. This is earth. Inside the earth surface, we have constructed a tank. This tank is sometimes or mainly known as digester. Just see, this is earth, this is tank which is constructed. This is known as digester. What is done? It is a dome-like a structure, just as this like. Such type of a structure is done. Here, this is outlet. Outlet means the gas, when the biogas will be produced, that will here. This is a valve which used to pass out the gas, and it also keep inside. So actually what happens here, just see, this is the opening here. In this, what is here? Here the gobar plus water, which is known as slurry. Just see, the gobar, that is the cow dung you can say, it is mixed with water. Target is what? Just listen and try to understand the things. Sir, what do we want to do? We have to convert that gobar in the form of biogas. So if anything is dry, it takes some time to decompose. If you need to decompose anything like the vegetables, if it is simply dry, it will not decompose easily, but if it contains water, it will decompose easily. So we add water in a tank mixed with the gobar. That gobar is mixed with water, which is known as slurry. Now it is in liquid or semi-liquid form. It is now kept here. Just see, this is slurry, and here actually there is a lack of oxygen. Lack of oxygen, or in the absence of oxygen, what happens here? It is sent into this and it is covered. It is a dome-like structure. So what happens here? The decomposition takes place. Decomposition, and that is anaerobic reaction. You have heard a word, anaerobic reaction takes place in the absence of oxygen, and then after some duration, 15 days, 20 days or 40 days, what happens? This gets converted. Once again I am maintaining the term anaerobic reaction in the absence of oxygen, due to which after the duration of 15, 20 or 30, 40 days, it gets converted in the form of gas. Just see, हम लोग का टारगेट है जी गोबर को सड़ा रहे हैं तो सड़ेगा कब? जब पानी लिक्विड आएगा, सड़ने से जो गैस निकलेगा, स्मेल, बदबू आता है, तो बदबू नहीं देखना है, वी हैव टू सी द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ दैट स्मेल. बदबू आएगा, उसमें हम कुछ स्मेल मिक्स कर देंगे, वो सही हो जाएगा. मेनली वी हैव टू चेक दिस गैस. This gas contains 75% of methane, which can be used as an ideal fuel, and this fuel is taken out through the pipe and can be used for the domestic purpose or in our kitchens for the cooking of food. Nowadays some modern technology have been used that it can be used further. How, I don't know, it may be, we have to study later, that can be used for the other sources of the electricity. So here this is used as a cooking fuel, like this pipe, through the pipe, how you have used LPG, you will use this. So this contains 75% of the methane. And second advantage, just see, is it clear now? Second advantage, that here the remainings, or that is the residue, can be further used as natural manures. Just see. After decomposition, the gaseous form has been used as an ideal fuel, and the remaining residue is further used for increase the production of the crops. It is simply the natural manure. खेतों में देखोगे, गांव में खेतों में आकर गोबर लोग को फेंकते हुए, वो गोबर और ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल हो गया, that get mixed with the soil, and by the action of the bacteria it gets mixed with soil, and it is simply the important part for the growth of the plant. तो दो फायदे हो गए. Here one we are using it as an ideal fuel. Second, the remainings are used as a manure, which is taken here. Here also an outlet is present in which this residue is collected. This outlet is present through which this is taken out, and again it is sent. Again the same process is done. So you have seen this is not creating any pollution. This is simply the natural process. If the some smells are coming, it is not any harmful effect on us. So mainly advantageous it is one, two advantages we are getting, and that is also we are getting from the organic material present in atmosphere. It is not any non-renewable, not causing any pollution. So you can write yourself something more regarding that. So this is the simple figure I have drawn. You need to practice it. You can draw through your NCERT book or any other side books. You can see the structure. Some modified structure have been created. So our target is to explain this biogas power plant, mainly where it will be set up, where the raw material is present in large amount. That's why I had said earlier that earlier it was prepared in villages, but nowadays it has been also formed in the towns where many cattle are there. So we are having a large amount of the gobar present there that can be further used. So this is the way how we are generating, how we are utilizing. This is saving our LPGs, cooking fuel. It has been used now, so it is saving our LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, that is the product taken out from inside the earth's crust, that is not mainly present in maximum amount in our country. So of course it is reducing the pressure of the energy utilization by the petroleum. Any doubt, anyone, you can ask. Yes, no. So now you have cleared need to draw this diagram. Sometimes it is asked construction and working. If you are asked construction, simply will it a tank is prepared inside the earth surface, which is known as digester. It has a dome-like structure, which further at the uppermost a pipe is connected through the wall through which the gas comes out. Now it has an opening which is where the gobar is mixed with water, that is known as slurry. And second, an outlet is prepared through which the remaining residue is taken off. दिस इज द कंस्ट्रक्शन. बड़े हो गए हो बच्चों, अब अपने मन से सीखो कि सर ये पूछेगा तो ये लिखेंगे, नहीं पूछेगा सिंपली एक्सप्लेन हाउ इट इज हार्ड है, डायरेक्टली यू विल राइट मेक्स दिस इज प्रिपेयर्ड डन बाय दिस, बट यू हैव टू यूटिलाइज दिस वर्ड लैक ऑफ, और यू कैन से इन द एब्सेंस ऑफ. फिर एनाएरोबिक रिएक्शन बोले थे, एक्शन बोले तो बैक्टीरिया का, ये सब बोलते हुए चलेंगे, और फिर एडवांटेज लास्ट में लिख देना. एडवांटेज इसमें जाता आएगा क्योंकि इको फ्रेंडली भी है, रिन्यूएबल सोर्स भी है, प्रोड्यूसिंग दो एडवांटेजियस इफेक्ट एक साथ हमको मिल रहा है जी. मैन्योर फॉर द क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन दैट विल इंक्रीज, एंड सेकंड दैट आइडियल फ्यूल व्हिच कैन बी यूज्ड इन आवर किचन्स और डोमेस्टिक पर्पसेस. So I think now it will disconnect. That's why I will leave today here my class, and we will have the last topic, that is the nuclear energy. So we will discuss that. Till then you need to prepare your note copy, and if any problem we will have a discussion. Okay, okay, good day to all.